Yeah. Welcome to today's stream. I have made a couple of changes that you saw. I moved all the social stuff onto the more idle scenes. Dang. Alright, the music might be a little loud sometimes. It's just it'll have to do. But yeah, so I moved the social stuff onto the more idle screen, so like starting, the away, and the leaving screens. As you can see, I added a little to-do list. Recently our streams have been pretty simple. It's just programming our Python CLI. The goal is, as we continue on to that, like onto more, there you go. Oh, I want this light to be a little brighter. So the goal is, as we try to program more of these like projects, and we get really dig in deep and get into like all the fun stuff I got planned, that it like there would be more to this. I do want to start adding a variety section to Sunday as our third day. The goal for this month is to start streaming 3 times a week, each 4 hours. So that's the goal. Hopefully we make it. I technically made it on time this time, so we've been starting a couple of minutes late, so it's, or I say a couple minutes, usually like 30 minutes to an hour. But yeah, so we are gonna get where we left off last time. Is we were building our compiler for our CLI framework, and so basically we're just gonna get through all that today. We mostly worked on the help documentation. So what our compiler does is that it will take all your data from your config file, format it all nice and neat, and go from there. So yeah, I had to, my phone turned off, so I almost lost chat there. But so yeah, so right, the goal of this project is to make it so that once you compile your CLI, and basically it's just a declarator above your function. Basically it hijacks that function and says, this is mine now. So one of the goals is to have it so that it will generate everything that you need. So all the man pages, all the help documentation, the help command, and even to the point where it's like it'll generate the deb file for you to add to an apt repository or whatever, right? So yeah, my phone doesn't, I don't want to lose the camera. That'd be annoying, right? Alright, so the video's playing. Oh, we have the live chat. There you go. Alright, so hopefully that will now Twitch is messed up. Anyways. So that being said, let's start diving into it. We have to like do a bit of stuff to get everything set up, since it just kind of, one more thing. So I've been experimenting a little bit with music, and we're kind of getting like copy strike warnings on Twitch or YouTube with all the YouTube videos. So I'm gonna just go back to Harris Heller and Stream Beats, just because it's safe. I could just choose the vibe I kind of want, which is right now it's just kind of hi-fi, and go from there. So that being said, I'm going to turn down the music for myself. And yeah, my computer's been freaking out too. I do want to say, so if there's anything that goes on with it, my streaming setup is a little weird. Let me turn the Never Awake on. There you go. Oh, come on. No! Well, we lost our computer, or camera. There you go. Alright. So, let's get our Twitch chat back. There you go. Alright, so we have chat. I have Stay Awake on, so the phone won't turn off. So, I do have a DSLR, and I could get a capture card or whatever you need for that. I know they're not too expensive, but one of the nice things is I can show you around. So I do have a 3D printer. I think one of the cool things would be to have like a 3D printer as a variety stream, like 3D printing. I also can change stuff up, you know, if I'm traveling too. So that's the goal if we ever get to that point, but for now, this is what we got. Right, I was trying to turn the music down for myself, but it is broken. So I am going to hopefully not break anything. And exit out of the remote desktop and come back. Right, so hopefully that didn't break anything. I don't think so, because we're on the just chatting screen. But yeah, let's get to programming. Yeah, I added a little bit more. Fixed the camera a bit. It's kind of got that weird. So if you like see the just chatting, it kind of has those like lines, I believe. I think I can fix that. But it is not doing it the best. But anyways, so we're here. We want to go to root /cat, right, and then yes, we're on tmux. Alright, so now we have tmux. Now we need to separate this so that we have a way to run our programs. And then we just envim. Hey! Hey, now we can just go into source. And we have source, we have our buckets. We have paths, dependencies. Oh, we're on the wrong one. No. Alright, so let's just exit out of it. What is it called? I think it's called Python. Dude, what is... Yeah, it's called Python. These are all my current projects. Now we can envim. No. Wrong one. It's tmux. Which will be split that. Then envim. This is the stuff I usually do before stream, but timer was running a little short. Okay, now I can move over here and we can run a Python command, or we can just edit. Test, import, go. All right. So we have our little command. We have our little command file, and I don't think this dot syntax will work. So we have the build, and you have the CLI. I'm going to comment out this for now because we're just working on the builder, and the reason why I have it a command like a main file here is so that I can just work on this in this directory, but have the current working directory be the mate.root directory. Is my little hack to do that. So yeah. So let's see. We need to get our command line arguments, which we can use using sys. If actually. And using Python 3 test.py. There's no module named path. Come on. And that is annoying as all things. Build.cli.py. Oh. Where's that? Oh, okay. Yeah, we gotta put that. It went pretty fast. Got myself a little beer, a little programming juice. Alright, so let's see. Hi. Alright, so it's everything past the file, so we want to specify the location, so in this case test slash, or yeah, it's just that test, right? And then so if we want it to build the apps directory, right? And we're not going to go through this now, but we'd want it to say, hey, we want it local, which it will just generate the file in a build directory and go from there. Or we want it to at Windows, whatever, and I think it'd just be like release or local. So this is part of the playlist. No. Excuse you, sir. I don't want my thing to go bad. I started playing recommended, and I don't think I can play that song. I'm gonna actually move the camera down because I think that'll look cool. There you go. It kind of looks better. It's more square. I'm a little over there. There you go. Usually I have this light bouncing off the wall there, but I added this little coffee filter. It's not really working too well. It is diffusing. I will give it that, but it's... No, my chips! Let's turn it down a bit. It's still on the camera. You can see that little ray, right? It's like right over here, right? Come on. It's like right over here ish. Anyways, we'll point this up. How about that? Right? We'll reflect it off the wall and just blast it. There you go. There you go. We'll just that white light. Yeah, so basically what I was trying to get at is that we need the second and third argument. And we need to check if it exists. And assume defaults if it does. Doesn't. I can just... Yeah, let's look it up. Why not, right? Index. I just need the error, the exception. Where is it? What's it called? Index error. Alright. I think it would be really cool to have like a stream where we go over our new Vim configs. Oh man. I mean, I've never been able to talk too well, but it's it's pretty bad right now. Beep, 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 beep. All right, so this is the outer or the config so I have here config location. I think we want the outer and no. We want config location. And this is just .rv1. Otherwise, it is at it is just CLI.yaml. Like it assumes that it will be CLI.yaml stored at your root directory, but that's only if you don't provide an argument. And then we want to yank that, paste that. I'm gonna Shift I, drop that over there. And here's our second config. This is what we're not going to be using today, but we want to have it on hand. And we're going to call this build mode. All right, so now we have our build mode, which it will be basic for now. All right, so now we have this done, so we can get rid of this line. Didn't have to do that, but oh, do I need the root directory? Right, because I pass in the outdir, and the only thing I am grabbing is the YAML file. That's the only thing I need this config location from, right? Move doc generation to doc file. Oh, okay, so it's kind of what I was trying to get at is that I want to move these like plus equals there, and we didn't do that before because it was like we thought we could have used that loop, but we don't need to use it for now. We're gonna copy the loop. So we'll shift V. We'll yank this and we'll paste it under the normalized config data. I don't care too much about there's your flags, and then all right, so that's, and we can get rid of this too. And instead, we're gonna add a pass for now. All right, so we're looping through all the slug commands, grabbing the arguments, grabbing the flags. Excellent. Excellent. Mr. Penguin. Yeah, okay, I guess we can move this. It won't be too difficult. I'm just basically going to put this in its own function. So let's yank this. We'll yank that. We'll move over to doc.py. Yes, we're allowed. We can edit. We'll move all the way down here. Shift A, enter. Def generate documents. We will need I think it's just config, and then we want to paste it. All right, so we're passing in the config, and I don't know how to use macros on Vim yet, so I will just manually do this. Like I said, my NeoVim config is very basic right now. I mean, I don't even have a config for tmux, but they're just good enough to use as is, so it is doing what it needs to do. Indent. Do that. Let's see, move over, and that should do it. All right, so we have generate docs. I got an itchy nose today. All right, so we got that. So now, let me see if I don't have. I think I just call it gen doc, right? Setup general. All right. I don't actually. So we have the doc dot syntax. We don't need to do that anymore. I am just gonna go get rid of all that. There shouldn't be too much. I didn't really call from this module. Okay. And that should be it. Okay, so let's go back to build instead of Shift V. We'll delete that, and then we'll just do doc generate documents and config. Cool. So that should fix that. We can delete that file. This is our config data. We need to move files into a build directory, load the normalized data into a parsable file, and then rename the entry file into a signature, into that signature name. So basically we're just renaming it into from like CLI.py to like tester and no py extension. Let's see. Make entry file executable. Yeah, this. Oh yeah, so we're basically actually. Yeah. So it's just basically this entry file dot. Or it won't even be that. It'll just be wherever the outer is and the signature. Okay, let's see. I've seen that a lot. So let's move over to our browser and Python rename file. I think it's just os dot rename. Yeah. All right, so it's from one to another. As you can see, I've used it before. So we want to go and we want to select this whole thing. We want to yank that. We want to go here. We want to paste it after the cursor. Then I'm going to go get that and then paste it after that. And let's do a little cleanup on our program. All right. Oh. Ooh. That's annoying. Let's do a little cleanup on our little function call here. And yeah, we'll just name it. There you go. Yeah, so now we have we're moving our outer, right? This file right here to our signature. And by doing that, we can, let's select this. Oh, that's not what I want to select. Let's select this. We want to yank that. Okay, I'm gonna assume there's no include files right now. We'll do that later, and there's no normalized data to deal with. We'll do that with these things later. Can I? Oh, that's cool. All right. You're learning more and more about you then all the time. So we'll paste. Oh. I forgot. Deleting stuff. It overrides your copy board. Y P. I'm just gonna paste this after this and this is delete 9. that way. And then we that way. There you go. Let's make this a little bit easier. I know we get ST, the variable ST, which I got off of, which will clean up a bit. But it's just, we're getting the stat data from the signature file, and then we're making it into an executable. Yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll yank this, and we'll paste it there. All right, there you go. So basically, yeah, we're going to grab the stat data from the signature file, and then we'll chmod it, which is, I don't know what it stands for, but it's how we can make a file into an executable file. So yeah, I mean, it's more than that. I mean, it's user accessibility, like access, if certain users can access others, I believe. I don't really use chmod all that often. So, I mean, the only thing I use it for is exactly what we're doing here. So yeah, that should make that file executable. And we don't have to do this either because we already renamed it. Let's give it these comments a little space. I'm going to ignore this for now and space. Give them space. All right. Test.cli.yaml. Can't find test.py. That's because it's pi. All right, so if we ls, or let's peek build. Tester, if we do build fast tester. Hey, all right. Let's fix that tester file so I can know it's working and not fail like right away. So let's go into our test area. Pi. Yes, let's edit it. And we'll, I believe this is where macro comes in, but it is what it is. This is actually a little bit more complicated situation too, but we'll just print that. So let's build it. Yeah, let's go. It's so simple, but it feels so rewarding. Oh man. It doesn't seem like there's a lot that we've done, especially since we're not putting a lot of data in there into our build file. But I'm excited. This is awesome. The command maker situation has me a little concerned. I don't know how to grab the... I don't really know how to grab that module. and it's Python, so like can't really build it into it. I think we're gonna have to parse the file, which gets rid of the point of the dot includes dir. I mean, we'll include it anyways, but yeah, we're gonna have to parse that file. Let me put this before it kind of gets wacky on me. I'm gonna put this on loop. Let's see, is there any other hype tracks? This is 100 piece. Ooh. There is like stuff in here, but I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted with Spotify. I could, so one of the cool things about Python is that you can get the AST from, like, you can, while parsing the Python file and like running it, you can change the AST and all that fun stuff. So we could probably end up doing that. What I mean by the AST is the abstract syntax tree, which is like the core of the Python library or the Python programming language. So we could probably parse the AST for any includes and imports and go from there. Kind of vibing with this music. Let's put it up to there. So you guys can hear the little music a little bit. Alright, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna be right back. I'll let you guys chill out and Hey, what's up, guys? That's like angled wrong. I feel like. Oh, you see my fan. I was like, what is this thing right up here? That thing. I was like, what is that? But it's just the fan. Yeah, so I had to go to the bathroom. But let's I think actually that just chatting scene needs to be just as likely. Camera. Hey, there you go. You kind of see like the distortion and stuff, but I don't know how to fix that. There you go. It's kind of just a property of the sharpening. It's much better right now. All right, so maybe there's a way to do this. I don't know. Like, you can move all the files. Oh. Is this something that we'd want to do? Copy stat, copy 2, copy tree. Oh, this is, yeah. No, that's not what I wanted. To be fair, you're probably, we'll probably have to use pip integrations. So you probably end up moving the setup.py into the build file. So let's just work on the includes, and then we'll go from there. Alright, yeah. Yeah, so it works out well and all that fun stuff. Now, let's get, that's our build file. Let's get our index error, build mode, basic. Now I'm gonna sit down. All right. Yeah, let's do the includes now, because I can do the normal data is comes in 2 parts. So let's look at the example config file that we're working with, right? We're gonna have to modify it too a bit. So we're actually including the command maker module into our build directory. Oh wait, this is a separate. This is something later down the line, but standard dev. Ooh. All right, so Python support, you can do that. I think I want to include this. stdeb produces Debian source packages from Python packages via new distutils command sdist at desc. Automatic defaults are provided for the Debian package, but many aspects of the resulting package can be customized. See below. All right. Ooh. That's not what I wanted. I think it's just over engineered in our case. So we'll not worry about that. Let's coming back to our command there. Let's do .11, right? So we'll just append that to the file. I should probably have thought that sooner, but it is what it is. So basically all we have to do is iterate over the includes directory, which is just an array, and then move everything if it's a directory. Or did I say directory earlier? I don't think I did, and I keep on looking at the wrong cameras here. Camera there. I don't think I did, but no, I did. I definitely did. I meant to say array and I said directory. So we're iterating over the includes array, checking if each string is a directory or a file. If it's a file, we can just move it over. If it's a directory, we'll copy everything in that directory down. So yeah, we'll end up doing that. And I mean, it's just a path, right? So back to our browser here, and we're gonna go to and recursively. There you go. If path, remove tree, copy tree. Oh, we want copy tree. Oh, okay. Copy tree for file. Right. All right. That's not that difficult. So let's go back to our build command, our build file, and for path in config include shoetail dot and it's an outer path to so yeah, you're gonna want to get the most root reference for that item, and then it's just gonna pile it onto the root of the build directory. So let's check this out by we'll peek build. I want to print path too. We'll build it. No such file as. Oh, is it because we're running it at? It's probably what it is, which can be an issue. So we'll. We'll do this. Pass the YAML, and we'll just do the dot. And then we'll do the packages too. And then this will just be sure. I think I'm just gonna put have you do. Yeah, we'll do the packages. Yeah, okay. There you go. We'll try it now. File exists. Dot build. Hurry. Oh yeah, I didn't call it source, I called it command. Why is there CLI in build? What's going on? Right, so it should be moving that directory into the new directory. I didn't expect this one to be the difficult part. We zoomed past the actual building process. All right, so I need more data. Yeah. Get rid of that. And we'll go build. We'll do that, and then I mean it is the correct configs. Am I not using the right one? Dirs exists. Okay, what does that mean? If dirs exist, okay, it's false, the default, and dist already exists, a file exists error is raised. If dirs exists, okay, is true, the copy operation will continue. If it encounters existing directories and files within the dist tree, will be overridden by the corresponding files from the source tree. What's the outer? I get it. It's basically I don't have to delete it, but I mean I was assuming it's there you go. Why is it? Oh, yeah. So basically you're removing -- command maker to .build. All right, I don't get what the error was. I'm guessing it's because it was like it found an error. It like .build exists. Oh, I need to. Yeah, that's right. I mean, we want it, but I don't want to overwrite anything right now. So you want build plus. Yeah, that's right. We're moving it with everything inside it, so we need to include that. I was like, what's my reasoning here going wrong? And we want to move that. All right. So this is the to from. And then we want to make sure that file exists. Does exist, okay. Actually, no, because we delete it, so I think that's it. So let's run the command again. We'll peek build. Sweet. What happens if we run command maker or tester? Built. Sweet. I expect this to fail. Yeah, we can make that smaller. No, we don't need to. Actually, we probably can make this like right there. But we're not going to. Alright, so cool. Let's go to test. Let's go to CLI.py. We'll make a subcommand of test, which prints out test, and instead of doing this, just yeah. So let's build it. What went wrong? File exists. I see. So we do want the if files exist. So we want to go back to command maker, build. I thought I deleted the directory and copied it over. I do not. Because I'm just copying it over. All right. Path. Does exist. Okay. Equal true. We should probably delete the directory though. Remove folder and con. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. And it's remove tree. What's that? Move tree. It's config. Yeah, there you go. I don't want to override it because like we can have in that situation like bad data. CM is not defined. Interesting. This is our test directory where we have our py.yaml. Build, run it. speaker has no attribute subcommand. It should. Oh, yeah, okay. I need to fix it, but yeah, that's right. That's more of an init. But that's kind of cool how we were able to move that into there. Cool. Let's see. Yeah, so let's go back to here. And is there anything we need any on build? Data. So this is done. We need to load it into a parsable file, which is pretty simple, and then we need to parse it. We need to normalize the config data. I want to print the config data. Let's see what we're working with. All right, so like the versioning we can get rid of. Yeah, you can't see it either. So it's pretty funny, actually. All right, so move the camera a bit. So we have our, I don't know why I tried to print this out. We have access to that data. Let's fix that, yeah. Let's do that. Let's go check that data. It's in the YAML file. So basically everything we want is under subcommands right now. But yeah. Oh, we need to get the documentation. That is correct. All right. Yeah, so honestly, the only data we need right now is the documentation data. I don't see any use otherwise. Ooh. Have Copilot. This cursed thing right here. Oh, did you guys, they recalled recall. They stopped their release of Microsoft Recall, which is hilarious. They recalled recall. Didn't they ever recall? Who knows? But yeah, so right now the only data we need is the documentation data, because we're not doing types. I think it would be good to do types, but we're not doing types right now. So yeah, let's just load the documentation data, and I don't see any reason why. I mean, you'd basically just strip out I guess you need the short flag for whoa. Yeah, you need the flags and arguments, but is it required? Yeah, I guess you need that too. I guess we're just going through this and stripping out all the descriptions, the additionals. What's default? Oh, the default value. Okay, we need the default value too. Yeah, okay, so basically for every command, you're just grabbing the arguments and flags. Cool. First things first, let's go grab the I had such a weird sleep schedule. I've been going to bed at like 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Like 7, 8 o'clock in the afternoon. Alright, at night. And just waking up at like midnight, 2 o'clock. It's not affecting my sleep schedule at all. And I just more productive if anything. It's just weird. My roommate's home. I can feel the garage opening. Alright, so basically, let's go for the docs first. And then doc.py and the command pages. I want to finish this build today. I mean, just get MVP, minimal viable product. Because we're not doing the apps, like we're not doing the Debian stuff. We're not. There's more like features I want to add that requires that config file. But plus plus we'll just call it data. Answer plus. I think it's just pickle.loads, right? Pickle dot. Pickle.load. Pickle.dump. Oh, you gotta rate binary. I guess, yeah, that makes sense. Equal file. Uh, Ooh, I need that argument. So there's one thing I need to yank from the doc thing, and it's this. If we yank. Alright, so basically what I'm trying to do is just grab the data I need. That. Arg name equals name. I guess it's position, right? Name. What's... I forgot what the data could be. Back to the YAML file. I need like a screenshot of it right there. I guess I could open another instance, but I don't know. And oh, if it's required. So we're adding more data to this. Basically, we're telling it. Well, the first thing we're telling it is it like what position is this at? What's the name? Is it required? What's the default? No, it doesn't have default. The arguments are pretty easy. Build. Right now we're going to fail it. I try to do that. It's Alt Tab first. One line. I want a one-liner. Yeah, I guess it would be a .git, huh? I didn't know if this was, because I know in Python you have to use specifically math. But I'm glad. All right. We should probably be doing that more often. Oh man, these headphones are kind of hurting my ears now. Not even halfway through it yet. Alright, and then I'm just gonna add this because it's redundant, but I don't have to like assume. If it's metadata. Alright, flag data. The flag data is the harder one. Ooh, the arguments doesn't work. Alright, so we're getting the argument data there, and then flag meta. I can spell flags right. Equals. Alright, now we need to just enter everything, right? No, wait, name. Yeah, I get it's more, but I don't care. Flag data dot get what other data? I know dictionaries has the most like data. We want short flag takes value. Actually, I'm just gonna do this. Yank that. We'll go over to our build commander. Build. Just paste it there. B. We'll yank that. I. Flag data get. Okay, now we'll just there. There. All right, now for the next one. Flag yank. Actually, I should be yank. Paste. Delete that. Now we want to take this. Right, so we take this short flag, we yank that, and then we V to that. Oh, paste it. We'll select this, paste it. Oh no, because it overrides. Yank that. Select that. Yank that. Paste. Delete 5 that way. And paste it. No! undo that. Okay, so we yank that, we paste it there, and there you go. And V, and we can delete that. Right on. Let's go. And wanna take that. Okay, and then if we wanna add anything more to those YAML files, we can add it into here. Since we're not too worried about the documentation, I probably want to add transfer all those to .gits now. Just because it'd probably be better. Make it cursed, then make it better. Alright, so now we've loaded the data, or normalized the data. Oh, name. Alright, there you go. And then we can put this under subcommand data in our thing here. I burrowed the rest of them, the subcommand. All right, so and then we pickle it, and we should have a file now. So now if we run it, it's required. I did forget. No. Oh. I did. Thank you, Python. Yes. All right, I did not know that. Wait, if it's empty, it should... 33. Yeah, that's 33. It shouldn't have any of that. It should like fail. Wait, why is it failing? Print B over. I need to figure out what arguments is. Why is there a dictionary in there? Here, test 2. Name. I forgot to save it. Alright, here lies dragon. Oh! It's like that because we popped the arguments out of the other array. We have to add the arguments back into the array. Or copy it. Let's copy it. I think I'm pretty sure it's a dot copy. I just want to make sure. So we're just gonna do a dot config dot copy. That should fix our issue. Dot copy is not working. Oh. Copy dot rather than. Yeah, okay, decop copy dot keep a copy. Need that, huh? Don't like it how you can modify a dictionary if it's a data set. That is annoying, at least. Copy dot keep copy. Hey yo. Oh yeah, it works. Alright, so we should peek. Right, yeah. We've created our data. Let's see the mess that it's made. Alright, yeah, it's there. Our strings are there. Cool. That's cool. Wow, okay. Hmm. Yeah, let's do the configs, but that's cool. Like we've got it working. Is there anything else we need to do? No, that's pretty much it. All right. And I want to make this a little easier to read. So we decopy the configs, and then we generate the DOM. Um, I want to mark on the thing I have here. Definition file. Okay, we're gonna have to rebuild a little bit on how we like parse the command that the user gives us, but that's all right. Oh, one thing I wanted to do before we ended it off. One thing I wanted to do is, where is it? Right here. Let's make this an S string. And then right here is config it one. Can you provide it? Provide a default. Yeah. And then I guess yeah, we can stuff in two different ways. Oh wait, I don't have to break it up right there. I guess I should. All right, so it will get the version provided the. Hey, save that. Let's generate the file. Yeah. Unterminated those. Oh, right, because it's a multi-line now. So we're just gonna have to. I thought it would let me, but it won't. Unmatched. Oh. I do this all the time. one of the dangers, I guess, for the string, right? It seems to be that too. All right. Well, I need to get rid of that. But let's get rid of that print file. Print line. Here. Cool. And that should be it. So now if we go and check build tester. Hey, all right, so let's see if it runs. It's not the cause of my error. Let's go. So now you can specify what version of Python you want inside your build command, which is awesome. Now it's time just to get the API down and all that fun stuff. So, well, I am, let's see. So we have, yeah, you're allowed ahead. We're going to have to rebuild this thing. We're going to have to, I think logging's fine. We're going to have to rebuild this thing to get rid of this overload. Okay, so I don't need that. It should just be func. This shouldn't be a thing. This shouldn't be a thing. Like, the helper stuff isn't necessary. It's just subcommand now. There's no helpers. Yeah, we're not doing the helpers thing anymore. And so basically what we're going to want to do is get the length of it, of the callback parameters. And we're going to call it callback has parameters. So basically what I'm thinking about we're doing here is, hey, does the function that we're attached to, like that we've hijacked, does it have one parameter? Because all we need is one parameter, right? So if it has no parameters, I'm not going to pass it any data. If it does, I'm just going to pass it a dictionary with everything they would need. And that would be their module, their API to the rest of the library that surrounds that like area, tailored to specific it would be their API that is tailored specifically to that subcommand, right? So if they don't need a function, I'm not going to provide them that function. That's why we're trying to make sure that we are doing all that parsing of the config file before, and then now we're setting that data because we're doing this parsing. So yeah, if subcommand one is fine now, because all we're doing is we're returning the decorator. Since we're hijacking their things, I'm not going to do that. And help is not going to be a command anymore. Right? So we're just going to pass it in help because I can just grab what that information they need. So I don't need to like do this weird shenanigans where it's like, where is it? What's going where? I don't know why it raises error, because that would seem problematic since we have something we want to do. So we're not going to raise this error. Instead, we're just going to return. And we aren't doing any executing of the subcommand either. All right. Is greater than 0. Greater than 0. Checks if the provided callback has one or more parameter. Okay, we can also get rid of this because we're not doing this helper shenanigans. I think it just overcomplicates what we're trying to do. And then call back if shift A, or just delete it, as parameters. This is subcommand. And it just calls a subcommand. But it's a dictionary. Else. So basically what we're doing is, hey, does this subcommand have parameters? Yeah. Basically we just need one parameter, right? The rest are useless, so they shouldn't pass them in anyways. But I don't want to break it if it does. So we're checking if it's one or more. So if it's one or more, then we're like, yo, you're good. You have all this data. If they're like, I don't need it, why should I do it? I'm like, I'm not going to generate that data for you. I'm just going to call your subcommand. I mean, if they're like printing like hello world, right? I don't need to give them like a stream API. I don't need to do that. So this is the way around that. So yeah, I think we have a lot to go around here. We have a lot of simplification that we need to do. I think these are useless. Valid subcommand parameter. Yeah. So we're going to delete that. We've moved from 3 exceptions to 1 exception too, so that's good. This is our streams, our utilities, which we don't need anymore. So I am going to delete that file. Yeah. And then we have core, which we're just going to have to refactor that. And I mean, because one of the things we don't handle is put flags. We don't handle flag strings. Like if you have a space in a string, it should be handled as a value, not as a multiple commands. So if you have a string value, if you have an odd amount of double quotes, right, it should handle it. Or if you have more than 2, it should be like like what are you doing? We're still not generating the man file. We'll still have to do that with our build file, but we're in a good place, so we don't need to do that now. The apt-get support, we don't need to do that right now. Persistent storage, that would be nice. That would be one of their APIs. Our stream manager, that is your standard out, your standard in. We'll end up doing that. I don't think it's going to be too difficult. It's just going to be like a function that you call and it'll tell you if it's done or not. And then honestly, I don't think we need any more logging control APIs, right? We have this right here that we can probably shorten down, and this right here. Like this can probably be simplified, and if we want to add more like man specific APIs, that'll be fine. We add noise level. Oh, we add noise level. So yeah, I don't think this is we can just leave that as is. The only thing I think is going to be difficult is the flag strings. Because you're kind of dealing with spaces, and it's going to be, you're moving at that point, moving across different array indexes, right? So you're spanning multiple indexes instead of the one. So you have to like, oh, whoa, hold on. Let's do this for the next one. So, yeah, let's see. So I think tomorrow we'll do the man file and apt-get. I do have tomorrow off, so I kind of want to just finish this project up. The 2 projects actually. I just want to finish them up, so we can move on to another system. I kind of want to do web programming, if I'm going to be completely honest. I think the next thing I want to do is my dev extension. Ooh, air handling. We're also gonna have to do that too. So we'll have to do air handling as well. Unfortunately. But that's just how it goes. I want to take a break. I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Be right back. kind of looking at the work that we have set ahead of us. Probably take me. Let's see. If we want to do the strings, we'd probably have a variable set to end string. So here, right? And then if the value this is where we can do the short strings too. The short flags. Oh, this is if it starts with, does start with either, it adds it to the args. I don't know why I do args unnamed. Let's just do this, right? And then Shift V, put that right there. There you go. Oh. Alright, the only thing else that changes is this. And another one I guess we gotta do is this is just a set. Okay, so we can do a set for the short flags, and we will just, pin the flag to the short flags if it has the dash, right? So we just all the characters after. I guess that wouldn't work. No, short flag should only have one character, just because how we can do, you can string them together. So yeah, we'll do the short flags and go from there. And I want to get rid of these. Honestly, we don't need this, and as part of our command. It probably should be part of the library itself. So, oh. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's just add this to the library itself. So instead of deleting it for now, go. Comment everything out. If we will yank that, go to logging, and then sit down there. All right, so that's that. Go back to core. We'll then shift V, and we'll delete it. So now it also is much easier to understand what's going on. So all right, so now we can, oh, I didn't want to do that. If I don't even do that, arg dot start with a dash, and then everything that follows. So add, I don't use Python sets much. I guess Python is a really nice site. And I can probably move this back over here. Like that. Alright, there you go. Alright, oh, sorry, I have it on just chatting. There you go. Alright, so the set, I know what sets are. Append to set. It is append values to set. Arg, everything onward, and then we're going to want to continue because we're not going to want to add flags. And then we're just going to want to do command short update. We want to do a dot update, and I think it's a split. I don't think it changes much from Python. That doesn't really help me. Yeah, it is. So it will split each character in its own array, and then it'll update that short, so it's not like anything different. So here's the thing with the strings, right? So everything has to be separated by space. So the thing is, arguments can also have a space. So I can't really say it's our key. I also got to do like yeah. Yeah, so we have our primary, secondary key, which when we split it out, it made it much easier. Is this flag or array or argument? And then we have our secondary key, which is it what index number is our key value, and then our string, which is obviously that. I said sting from the Hobbit. All right. Yeah, so there you go. There's string data. Now that we don't want to include short in this, so all right, so get the number of a character. Here's in a string. I count. All right. And that should be 1. It's like, no. I'm not gonna sign in. Cool. So we need to count. So if it's equals 1, so it's not 0, it's not 2. If it's 1 specifically, then so we're looking for the double quotes basically, or no, I don't want to say it. It has to be double quotes. And we can change it for later. We can change it later. It's just going to be double quotes for now. So if the count is what if you provide 3? Should break. But what if you need that? It should be the two outer ones then, huh? I would say just get it's the value. So if it is just one, then that's it. How do we do? We just split it off by equals. We don't ignore the... I think I have to change that too. All right, so I'm probably gonna just push this off to tomorrow since that, like I said, it's gonna be the more difficult one. We are handling flags. So basically the short, it's a set so there's no duplicates, so it'll just be like, hey, just run these quickly. So we got the quick flags. Flag string, the persistence storage is going to be difficult. We're going to have to do some IO stuff tomorrow. Our logging's done, so we'll just have to... We'll just have to find a way to activate the logging, basically. And... Actually, I'm gonna be real with you. I shouldn't do the logging because they should probably just do. All right, let's go back to our PowerShell. Get into exit at this. I'm just using the logging right here, right? And I got rid of these triggers because this is probably unnecessary. They should probably just be using their own, just use the logging package that it has for them. So I'm gonna say, hey, let's get rid of this logging, and the only difference is that it handles stream out, the standard out. How important is that? I mean, I could probably just provide them with these handlers or the logging, the logger, right? How does this work? Get logger, command action. Yeah, so basically tell them to import logging and then get logger. Don't even need to do that. I just provide them with this and then the setup. And we'll just call the setup, right? Yeah, okay, we'll do this. So if the file is not blank, then append that. And if console, then append that. Then there you go. We got our handlers. And then we have your debug info. Cool. I'll just expose that to the API. We don't even need this right here. I have warning is the only one that is like active. We'll just do warn. Right, so I desired level equals level. And then this one is desired level. And one of the nice things about ID, we'll force them to have ID. So we want to check if they ran the init. If they didn't, then well, we'll just exit real quick. Right. I guess an exception. Exception. For what? Is there anything else? This is My roommate must have gone to his bedroom. Let's see. We'll yank that. Okay, that's it. And then we'll get rid of that. Cool. Basically, that's it. Oh, I need to change the ID. Okay, so we finished logging. This way you can log more than just inside a command too, right? So if you have anything that you have to log outside the command, but you want to just use the same logging, like it's going to the same system, right? So, hey, do you want to go to the console or file? You want to go to file, then provide a file name or path. And yeah. And then we'll do a singleton pattern now. Alright, so our logging is done. There's not much to test because we didn't really change, we simplified it. But we finished our logging. We need to, I need to figure out, because I know, we're just gonna do this. Use the Python for errors. So basically now all we need is, we've removed hijacking too. So there's no hijacking anymore. We need the streams, persistent storage, and we need to do the man file and apt-get and the CLI, the flags. So we need to figure out the flag stream. So I think that's a good place to start for tomorrow. The persistent storage won't take long. It probably will. Let's see. Yes. That would probably. You know, we're probably importing core here so we can get the document, the subcommand, right? Yeah, core document. And in core, we're going to also get no. Actually, I need to yank something from here, so that's fine. Where is it? I need to yank this. I need to go to core. And then after all this, right? I need to paste that. And it's not gonna have that. And it's a read byte, so we're gonna be reading this one. Oh, we're not gonna know what the build. It's gonna be local, right? So we're just gonna be reading data. man, dude, I hope. All right, so yeah, so we're just gonna be reading data. Let's see. Okay, so now we also need to read the data. So that's that. I'm actually gonna go here, cd. Should I just do this in sub? No. Okay, so back to core. I need to import. Right, import sys. That's gonna break it. There you go. I import pickle as well. Actually, yeah, I probably can. B yank. Paste it right there. All right, so now we load our pickle data too, so that we have that there. And we have our state here, so we'll do all the storage and stuff there later. But I have a bucket thing, like a bucket, pickle bucket implementation that I'll probably just end up doing. So we'll probably end up doing that and calling it a day. I'm at the point where I want to get out of here. Get me out of here. But yeah, we're getting really close actually, because we don't even need the persistent storage actually. It would be nice though. But you don't need it. So all right, so kind of I'm gonna go to the just chatting. I'll just it because I'm kind of slashy. All right, so we've done a lot. We've checked a lot off our checklist, and I think if I stream tomorrow, we'd finish it tomorrow. If I stream on Thursday, like I normally do, we'll finish it then. But basically, all we have to do is the flag strings, which I think is going to be the hardest. The man file and app, I'm going to ignore because I mean we're not to the point where we need it, and yeah, we're just not there. So we'll come back to that when it's probably, hopefully, we'll come back to that. Otherwise, yeah, we're just continue on our merry way. So persistent storage, stream in and out. The in and out is the most important part. I think that and the flag strings for our CLI library is the most important part. But on top of that, most of our other project, our config manager, most of that was done already. Once the biggest chunk was the CLI, that's why we took a diversion into this. But once this is done, I mean, we just have to link and unlink our configs from our map or config map file, and then we're done. And that's one function call for in Python. That's not too difficult at all. I mean, we did more difficult things in them like 5 minutes. So, we'll probably be able to finish that too. The data stores. The data stores, I have cache common data stores. Not necessary. But yeah. And then once this is done, we can get into more like the whole point of this was that so we can take our config file, drop them into a Docker file, and not have to install anything on our computer that is permanent, right? Or give them access to it. So that's why we're doing this. So hopefully that's all done. So yeah, we're getting closer. I love it. It's actually getting to the point where I gotta start writing documentation and stuff for our Catalyst library, which we're going to build over the time, over months and stuff. But yeah, thank you for joining the stream. And have a good time programming, everyone. Bye bye.